Okay, good morning everybody, it's Martin S51989 here, and now, just as at the end of the last video, just as I promised you, I'm now going to be doing something extremely special, as it's my big surprise video, and I know you've waited so long for this, and you know, a reason why I may be doing this is because I know I've seen 4 other YouTube friends do this on their channels before, and I figured since they've been doing this, I figured I'm gonna do, why don't I do one as well? And those 4 YouTube friends that have done this, as we know, as I mentioned, are AubreyMan62187, Mr. Biggest Disney Fan, Leafs fan, well 5, Leafs Fan 18, the Flicker 98, and Goblin Fan 2007. They've all 5 of them have done this, and I figured since I'm gonna do it, I can now tell you what it is, because today I'm going to be doing my very first episode of a series called Martin Talkz. And for today's, which I'll be reviewing some good films, and for today's film that I'm going to review, well, for this film, this is a musical film, and I also can tell you that tomorrow, if you plan to watch Oprah tomorrow, or for tomorrow's show, there's going to be a big cast reunion of this film, as this film is a musical from 1965, and this DVD, I can tell you what it is, because I'll briefly sing it, because for this movie I can sing, "The hills are alive with the sound of music." Yes, indeed. So today's film I'm reviewing for this first episode is The Sound of Music. This film was released in March of 1965, and this film won 5 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director Robert Wise, also for Best Adapted Score, Best Sound, and Best Film Editing. It had 5 other nominations as well. And this is a good musical, and it stars Julie Andrews as Maria Von Trapp. It also has Christopher Plummer playing Captain Von Trapp, and it also has Eleanor Parker playing the Baroness, and there's a bunch of other actors as well. Well, including 7 people that play, kids that play the Von Trapp children. I can't name them all. Well, of course, Chairman Carr is one of the actresses, and she plays the oldest, Liesel. But this is a good musical film. And it's set in the film, it's set in Salzburg, Austria, and it's during World War II. Somehow the early 1940s, and Maria, she starts out as a nun in the Abbey. But then the Reverend Mother, she tells Maria to go to the Von Trapp house and to see not just to see Captain Von Trapp, but also to look after his 7 children. And so this is a general thing. I will tell you more in a little bit, but I also want to show you the spine of the DVD and the back, and this is and it has a bunch of features on it, and it's the film is 174 minutes long, so it's nearly 3 hours. It's a long film, but it's good. As this DVD is the 40th anniversary edition DVD, which was released in 2005. There's also going to be a new Blu-ray release that's going to be coming out this upcoming Tuesday, November 2nd, 2010, as well as a re-release. And it'll be at least maybe the 4th time that the film's been re-released on DVD, because I think it had some DVD. I can't remember when the first 2 releases were. This one is the 3rd, but now getting back to the point, when Maria arrives, she later teaches the Von Trapp children how to sing and play, and even to dance as well. But of course, there are a lot of great songs, and with that makes, at one party, even Captain Von Trapp starts to get so pleased that he starts to sing a memorable song when he plays on the acoustic guitar, in which that song that he sings is Edelweiss, Edelweiss. I don't know the rest of it. It's been a long time since I last watched this film, but I used to watch this a lot when I was a bit younger. But still, this is still a little pretty good. And there's also another person named Max. I can't remember which actor plays Max, but because he's also impressed with the Von Trapp family singing, he decides to send them to the Salzburg Music Folk Festival, in which also at around this, and of course after that, that later on in the film, you know, Maria, she then later marries Captain Von Trapp. And then, of course, sometime after the marriage, we know Austria somehow starts to be under Nazi power as well. And Captain Von Trapp opposes the Nazis, but still, Maria, the captain, and the Von Trapp family singers are in the folk festival. They sing reprises of songs, including Do, which has a reprise of Do, Re, Mi, which is also a memorable song that Mira taught them. It's a good song to learn. A reprise of Edelweiss, and of course also a reprise of So Long Farewell, which early in the film, the Von Trapp children all sang this when they were about to head to sleep. Eat for the night, but still but that's good. Good, and so many, of course, they do end up winning the festival, but they're not present on stage by the time they receive it because of the Nazis, and they first decide to hide back at the Abbey, but then the Nazis continue, but then the Von Trapp family then later escape, and the film ends with them climbing the mountains in Switzerland, which we hear a reprise of the song Climb Every Mountain, that goes, climb every mountain. I don't know the rest, but still, this Sound of Music is a very good film, and now I'm going to open this up. As you see, here's disc 1, which has the movie. And here's disc 2 of all the bonus features, and there's also a big chapter selection, 61 in all. That's the guide, and mentions a lot of the bonus features. But still, this movie is very good, because if you haven't seen The Sound of Music, I highly recommend you go out and get this DVD. Or get the new upcoming Blu-ray releases. It's an extremely good film, and no collection would ever be complete without this popular Rodgers and Hammerstein musical. As Sound of Music is still one of the best musicals ever made, and before I wrap this up, I can conclude by singing my favorite song from the musical, which ironically is another good song, My Favorite Things, which I can briefly sing. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. Oh, yep, this is pretty good. So yeah, The Sound of Music, definitely a must-have. So there you go. Well, that wraps it up for my first episode of Martin Talks. I hope you all enjoyed seeing this, and I know for my next episode of Martin Talks, I'll plan to review a movie I don't have, which I'll review Sister Act. But in the meantime, as for my next video, I am going to show you my entire Aladdin collection. So stick around for that. But in the meantime, thanks for watching, and I'll see you for the Aladdin collection video.